Since we're being transparent, a narcissist is somebody who embodies negative forces because it's been so much time passed of them not looking within, which lowered their frequency, which made them weaker. That's why they feed off of people who have a light, to give them that ego boost. It just further distracts them from the truth, which is within themselves. When they meet an empath, y'all say they wear a mask and it's love bombing. The love is intense, but not gonna lie, the love is also real. That's why you as the empath hold on to that intensity the whole time throughout the relationship, no matter how bad it gets, because you've seen them for who they are and who they could truly be if they healed. That's why the whole relationship, you're trying to fix them. Because the narcissist is weak, they're not aware when they're being used and when they're being themselves. That's why their whole reality is distorted. That's why they distort yours. The forces that use them reel you in with the real them so that you can feel them with your flesh to distract you from your inner knowing. Both of y'all are going through spiritual warfare, and both of y'all is just the spirit fighting against the flesh. That's why I say you have to learn how to read energy and trust that over what you physically see in this realm. That's what causes that negative domino effect in your life, because you don't know what's going on. The more you don't listen to your inner knowing, the more you will be physically attacked, and you cannot handle the physical attacks because you cannot see. You're moving with your ego. A narcissist is literally placed in your life to trigger your awareness. When you learn a lesson out of everything that's meant to break you in this realm, you're letting the divine know that you can overcome any obstacle physically. It's alchemy. That's why I said get rid of that victim mentality, because nobody cares. You're the only one that's putting yourself in a position. Like I said, you make your own reality. So when you embody that inner love and that inner knowing, you consciously ascend and you will be guided to do exactly what you were supposed to do on this earth. And that's just living out the rest of your time in love and just feeling free. That's what we were supposed to do. But we have to gain the knowledge in order to handle our blessings correctly, because our ego is the only reason why we misuse things. And that's why certain things don't be working out. It's nobody but you. Y'all got to understand, when you're free, you're going against the matrix. That's why it feels uncomfortable to grow. But guess what? That's why you have to trust God that's within you to be guided in all this chaos. My coworker just told me she went to multiple gas stations yesterday because every pump she went up to, it had a bag on it. The food supply going down. The climate change. The time is going real fast. We're going to war. I told you I had a dream 2 years ago. Somebody was screaming at me, famine, 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 famine. Like I said, the people who don't consciously ascend and wake up to who they are, you will feel the effects of this. You'll feel the effects of all these things instead of just floating above it. Because you know that you're protected. You know that you're guided. Y'all don't have this knowing of yourself because you were programmed to think that you were less than.